When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wraps. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wraps to get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wraps, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, we're here in qualifying. As we're here watching Sean Burke go around the track. Got a few times already reined in here with Mike right out there with a 27.128 as we get the rest of them up here. And we've got about 3 minutes left in qualifying. Sean Burke here, we're watching it at 93, comes across the line, and he'll take the pole with a 27.114. Chris Schosler there with a 27.335. As we're watching the 61 there of Chris Schosler out on track.
You're very loud and it's
echoing. Echoing where?
all through. I mean, it's a weird echo.
And up corner number 4 we go. Or, I'm sorry, no, that's... There's the 61 of Chris Schosler coming down here through the corner as we head off. Let me make sure this is set right. Chantel Pottle and then number 5 still has to run down here. There you see the 00 Chris Litroll.
Don't even ever say that again to me. I know what he's done.
As he comes across, Litroll's gonna be and that 00. There's the 61 of Chris Schosler still out there trying to find that better time as his current time's a 27.335. Litroll's going to have a 27.189. Hey, work down there off of corner number 3 and 4. I'm sorry, no, 1 and 2. Wait a minute. What do we classify this track as? We come to the tri-oval. I guess we'll call that the tri-oval there on the front stretch. Oh, I'm sorry, the dog leg. Okay, so coming through the dog leg. Okay. All right, we'll get our bearings there. So turn through 1 and 2. Now onto that back stretch here at Phoenix. Pottle comes in with a 26.930. Dennis Warnez with a 26.727 to kick the pole here with about 45 seconds to go in qualifying here this evening.
You need milk some more. And I'm gallon gone. Do not go in there again. I don't mind if you get to do.
Oh, now we got Chris Schosler still out there making some laps. His best time is going to be that 27.335. And I think he's just out there trying to get better time. All right, qualifying has ended. We're getting ready for the grid. Starting on pole tonight, that's going to be Dennis Warnez. Chantel Pottle starting outside pole. That is your front row. In row number 2, it's going to be Thomas Ridgway in third position. That's on the inside. Jeffrey Ledford in the 01 to his outside. Sean Burke starting inside row number 3. And that fifth position, number 93. And to his outside in 6 is going to be the 76 of Mike Rideout. And row number 4, that's going to be Chris Litroll to the inside, and that 00 is Chris Schosler, and the number 61 starting in 8th. Row number 5, Robert Warnez in the 95, starting in 9th on the inside. William Ridgway to his outside there in 10th, and that number 39. Justin Reynolds, number 94, is going to start on the inside of row number 6 and 11th, and to his outside is Jeff Oakes, and at number 30. And that looks to be your field of 12 trucks here tonight at Phoenix. Alrighty, so as we're getting ready for the race here, you can see everything Buddy's flashing there on pit road. The grid up there to our right side. Dennis Warnez starting out there on pole in that number 90. Fred's out there in that pace machine out front. Down here through corner number 1. Pace car is off. Oh, okay, that was corner number. I guess they enter. Okay. They enter pit road off of 2? Is that how it works here? Coming down that backstretch, heading towards corner number 3. I'm guessing that is where the pace car comes in at. Is there in corner number 2? Yep. There we go, turn 3. And into turn 4, we're coming to that green flag. Green flag's in the air, and we are green flag racing. There goes Dennis Warnez down there into that dog leg on the inside. Drops it way down there into the dog leg as they come there off of the corner. Down into corner number 1 now as they are side by side, almost 3 wide. Nope, going to take it 2 wide as they roll there off of 2, back out onto that backstretch. Chantel Pottle up there in the 3rd. Great run start for her tonight as she's battling there with the number 4, Thomas Ridgway. Down here on through 3, or down off the dog leg once again, down here into corner number 1. They work here off of 2. And on that backstretch, Chantel Pottle still trying to find her way to get up there through that front. As you got Sean Burke as well, the 90 of Dennis Warnez up there on the high side. Thomas Ridgway down there on the inside in that number 4 is going to try to sneak to that inside. Going to get there, not quite as they come here through turn number 4. Or I'm sorry, no, that's turn number 1. I thought I read it right, but I wasn't sure. So turn number 1 back out onto the backstretch. Down the back straightaway. Ridgway down there on the inside. There's Chantel Pottle down there on the inside as well, trying to find a way to get through as they head down into the dog leg. And way down there on the bottom of the track is Ridgway, and that's going to force Warnez to stay up there towards the top side as they work there through 1 and 2, back out onto that backstretch. The 90 of Warnez now falls back to 2nd place as they head on down there in the corner number 3. There you see the 93 is Sean Burke as he rolls off of 4, back across that front straightaway, and down into the dogleg they go, heading towards corner number 1 here on lap number 5. Got that Thomas Ridgway still out front. Chantel Pottle now up there in the 2nd as she finds a way around Dennis Warnez. Dennis Warnez falls back now to 3rd. As Sean Burke falls back there into about 4th. Looking to see if he can gain a couple spots. There comes Ledford in that 01. That James Wagner Welding 01 machine. Sitting back there in a 5th position. Got Chris Schosler right there behind him. And William Ridgway back there in 7th. And rounding out your top 10, that's going to be Robert Warnez in 8th. Jeff Oakes 9th. Chris Lipperl there in 10th. And Mike Rideout and Justin Reynolds back there in 12th as they all roll here through corner number 3 and 4. Back out onto that front stretch, across the stripe, down there into the dog leg. Everybody dropping down there to that yellow line, but not going below it as of there. But I know a few drivers have ducked below it to try to gain their position, which I think here at Phoenix, there's 2 routes they can go about that. So it's interesting to see what lane, what line is best as they roll down there in the corner number 3 and 4. You see William Ridgway there in 6th. Chris Schosler back there in 7th as they try to battle it out here on lap number 8 out of 100. As they work down here into corner number 1 again. There goes the 95. Now Robert Warnez to the outside. Going to see if he can gain some outside momentum to get around Warnez out on that outside lane, but cannot do it. Chris Schosler. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He did get... maybe what was he going against Schosler? Ah, man. losing my battle as Schosler is under attack back there once again by the 30 of Jeff Oakes getting around him. Now we're still looking there at William Ridgway coming off of corner number 4. Or, I'm sorry, no, corner number 2. Dang it, I'm getting spun around quite a bit here in the early goings of this Phoenix race in the GTR Simulator 100 here tonight. Now they roll here off of the corner number 4 now. Back out there, across the stripe, down into the dog leg, heading into corner number 1. As you see them back there in about 8th, 9th, and 10th, fighting for position. There's the 30 of Jeff Oakes, right there at the bumper of Robert Warnez. They head down the backstretch here into corner number 3. And heading back around through 4, back out onto that front stretch, going across the stripe. Thomas Ridgway out front in that 4 machine. Chantel Pottle down there to the inside. Going to try to take that lead here, coming through turn number 2. And onto that backstretch. Pottle is there. Can she make the pass? Down there into the backstretch. They touch a little going down the backstretch. Now down here into corner number 3. Out of that Sim Racing number 5. And she will come across to lead that lap. Cuts it down there through the dog leg. Now back here in the corner number 1. Thomas Ridgway has fallen back to 2nd. Dennis Warnez there in 3rd still. Sean Burke still holding on to 4th as Ledford and Ridgway start to bear down on him some as they all work there off of corner number 1 and 2 down the backstretch here into corner number 3. And off of 4, back out here across the stripe down into that dog leg once again. Let's go ahead and see if we can heat it up. We're back racing here. Chantel Pottle still holds the lead. Now Ridgway gets around.
Good stuff, Mike. Good race, man.
Where did our... there we go. I was wondering where our things went to. Our overlay. Chantel Pottle out front there in that number 1, or in that first position. It's that number 5, Dennis Warnez there 2nd. Thomas Ridgway now back to 4th as Ridgway finds his way to get back up here into 2nd position after falling back to 3rd for quite some time. And now Ridgway has some company there out of the 93 of Sean Burke as he's looking there to see if he can make a pass here at lap number 90, or I'm sorry, lap number 19, sorry, as they roll down here through the corner. Back out here. Onto the backstretch. That was 1 and 2. Ridgway there in 5th, trying to see if he can get up there to help along Thomas Ridgway. As William Ridgway's back there, like I said, in 5th. Got the 93 there of Sean Burke. As they handle him down here in the corner number 3. Or, I'm sorry, Dogleg down here in the corner number 1 and 2. And there goes Sean Burke down there to the inside. Going to see if he can get around Thomas Ridgway there in 4th position. Now we got more battles going on a little farther back between Ridgway, or I'm sorry, you got the 95 of Robert Warnez and Jeff Oakes battling it out there. And now Robert Warnez and Ledford, as they're all starting to stack up here a little bit behind the leaders down here in about 4th through 6th position. Or, I'm sorry, 4th through 8th, rather. There you see the 30 of Jeff Oakes. Jeffrey Ledford there on the outside. You got the 93 of Sean Burke down there on the inside. Going to get passed along there by William Ridgway. Thomas Ridgway up to 3rd now as he gets back around Sean Burke. And William Ridgway now seeing if he can get around Sean Burke as they roll there off of corner number 2 down the backstretch. That Sean Burke not giving up as he's down there now. He's going to make it 3 wide coming off of corner number 4. And they squeeze it back in. That's going to force Thomas Ridgway to duck back in behind the 39 of William Ridgway up there on the high side. Now we got him coming down there through corner number 1 and 2 as they work here off the backstretch. The 93 showing a little wiggle there as they work off of corner number 2 down here in the corner number 3. Chantel Paul, oh no, we got problems there. Looks like Thomas Ridgway way up there into the outside wall. Problems there out of the 4 machine as he's now down there on the inside. Let's see if we could kind of see what happened there to the number 4 as he come off of that corner number 2. I believe it was corner number 2. Or no, it might have been turn number 4. See if we can rewind it here just a little bit. Pardon us here as we go back here to see what happened to him as he comes off of corner number 3. Oh, here we got it. Oh, he gets shoved there by the 01 of Ledford, and he just could not get that truck to turn. And it goes up there into the outside wall. Chantel Paulo, still your leader out front, with Dennis Warnez there 2nd. William Ridgway there 3rd. Thomas Ridgway bringing it here to pit road to try to get some of that work mended. As we're on lap number 26 here out of the 100. So we are a quarter of the way through the race here tonight. As you see down there on the bottom of your screen, pit stop Ridgway. And he's currently sitting in 12th. Justin Reynolds cutting it a little close down there on the bottom side. And number 94. Roll here off of the corner. In the turn 4, back out onto the front stretch. Coming across the stripe, it is Chantel Pottle still leading the way. As she works down here off of corner number 2, back out onto the back stretch. Dennis Warnez there in 2nd. William Ridgway now up to 3rd, our biggest mover of the race so far. And there you got Sean Burke there in 4th. Robert Warnez there 5th. Jeff Oakes there 6th. Jeffrey Ledford there 7th. Mike Rideout there in 8th. Chris Littroll in 9th with Justin Reynolds there in 10th. Thomas Ridgway a lap down as he is back out on track after getting that truck worked on after that incident there. Coming off of 4. We're looking there at William Ridgway. Now you got the 93 of Sean Burke getting in. Mirror full of Robert Warnez there in 95. They roll down here through the dog leg, back heading into corner number 1. We're on lap number 29 of the 100 set for the distance here. Not sure what fuel mileage is, so it's going to be interesting. Well, lip roll down on pit road now. And that 00. So is that going to bring along green flag pit stops? That is yet to be seen. And we head off here in the corner number 3 and 4. Down the back stretch they go with Chantel Paulo still out front. William Ridgway, as you're looking at him, they're in third. He's got Dennis Warnez there second. There you see them as they come off of 4. Down here in through the dog leg, heading there in the corner number 1. Chantel Paulo doing a real great job here tonight. In that Sim Racing for You number 5. As they head there off of corner number 2. Down the back stretch once again. As we've got Burke there with Warnez. That's Robert Warnez and Sean Burke battling it out, coming down here off of the corner. They head there off of the dog leg down here in the corner number 1. Hope I'm not getting spun around here. Oh, that was corner. Oh, goody. I'm not spun around as of yet. Down here through the backstretch, the 95 of Robert Warnez. Going to the inside of Sean Burke as they head down there through 3 and 4, heading back through onto that front stretch, coming across the stripe. And Chantel Paulo still out there in front, but Robert Warnez now takes fourth spot away from Sean Burke. Sean Burke dropped back there in the 5th. Biggest mover of the race right now is William Ridgway, who is currently sitting there third in that number 39. Paul will come back here off of 4, comes across the stripe, now heading into that dog leg once again. Heading down here in the corner number 1. I'm noticing it looks like you want to stay above that line there a good bit. Otherwise, you're going to end up into problems with tire wear. We head on down here in the corner number 4. And back across the stripe. Chantel Puddle leads another lap. Dennis Warnez got a earful of William Ridgway. They head down here in the corner number 1 and 2, heading back there onto the backstretch. Can Ridgway get enough momentum up here on the high side to try to get it to stick and make a run for it down there heading into corner number 3? Looks like he does, but is that going to be enough as they head here off of 3 into 4 and onto that front stretch? Back out there, and Ridgway does look to make the pass. As it looks like Robert Warnez is going to try to really dig deep, coming down there through the dog leg, heading into corner number 1 to try to gain up there. Warnez come to pit lane. So Robert Warnez and Dennis Warnez, along with Jeff Oakes and Chris Schulzler, all coming to pit lane. Jeffrey Ledford also on pit lane. So the field split half and half about as they head there for their green flag pit stops. As Robert Warnez and Dennis Warnez make it into their pit stalls, along with Jeff Oakes, Jeffrey Ledford, Thomas Ridgway. There comes the leader. That's William Ridgway there coming in. Chantel Pottle stays out. Here comes Mike Rideout. He's going to come around here through 1 and 2. Rideout going to bring it into pit lane now. Chantel Paulo left out on track. Here at lap number 38. Possibly bringing it in this time. We'll have to see here as she drops it clear down there through the dog leg. Hangs down there low through turns 1 and 2. And she will bring it there to pit road this time. So now we'll have to pick up the action out on track. Ledford back here in 10th. There's William Ridgway in at 39. He's in 3rd. Everybody back on the lead lap. It's showing right now. Chantel Paul is down there in the pit still. Came to pit road first. Where's she going to come out of pit road? Everybody's pit lap is about lap number 37 and 36. 37. Thomas Ridgway pitted at lap number 25, so the earliest out of them all. Thomas Ridgway had to pit after a collision on lap number 24. Coming out of corner number 4. We're at lap number 40 of the 100 to complete here tonight. Heading down here into corner number 3 and 4 once again. I'm not getting turned around. Now, this might be 1 and 2 now looking at it. And it is. That's 1 and 2. Back out there onto the backstretch. Caution is out. Sean Burke has crashed. We'll take a look at the on the pole instant replay. Let's see exactly how this turned about. Looks like he just got loose coming off of the corner and meets that inside barrier wall. Backs it up, leaves it parked there till drivers come by. And gets it back underway. That RBS racing machine. So caution flag here at lap number 40. We head down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Thank you there, K&S. Hopefully you're getting feeling better after your incident last week. And I still have some upgrades that need to be done, but we're working with the equipment we have on board right now. And tonight's caution, Mission 22. So caution tonight brought to you by Mission 22. We're going to be going back, green flag racing in just a moment. Why aren't you turning off? Ah, that's why. Okay, now we got it. Down here in the corner, in through the dog leg, heading into corner number 1. Out of corner number 2, William Ridgway up there in front. Robert Warnez there second. Everybody on the lead lap as it stands right now as we're here on lap number 45. You got the 95, Robert Warnez, right there behind William Ridgway, trying to get up there and chase him down. As we head down there through the dog leg, heading into corner number 1, the 95, right behind William Ridgway. Side by side there for third between Jeff Oakes and Dennis Warnez. As they head there off the corner, Dennis Warnez now has company from Chantel Paulo out there on the high side. As they head down here into corner number 3 and 4, back around onto that front stretch, coming across the stripe right before going into that dog leg right here. Dennis Warnez is going to try to drop it down and get that spot, try to hold on to it, but does not do it there as Paulo is up there on the high side. Really giving it all she's got there tonight. Heading back down here onto the backstretch, coming out of corner number 2. William Ridgway, Robert Warnez out front. Jeff Oakes there third. Chantel Paulo holding on to fourth right now as this battle is still raging on between her and Dennis Warnez. Justin Reynolds back here in 6th. Sean Burke there in 7th. Jeffrey Ledford 8th. Mike Wright out there in 9th. Getting passed there by Jeffrey Ledford there for 8th. Mike Schulzler back here in 10th. Got the number 4 up, Thomas Ridgway, back here right behind him. And Ridgway did come in under that, well, no, Ridgway did not come out in under that caution. So his last lap pit was lap 25. So we'll have to keep an eye on him to see how far he can actually get that truck to go. As Chris Lipperl is behind him now, down there on that inside lane, working down there across the front, down there through the dogleg, heading into corner number 1 and 2. As William Ridgway out front, Robert Reyes right there behind him. As Jeff Oakes there third, Chantel Paul there 4th. Dennis Warnes did finally have to give that position over to Chantel Paul as they work there now through the dogleg, heading into corner number 1. Down here into corner number 2. And it's still William Ridgway out there in front. You can see the gap there between these drivers. Only about a quarter-second gap between Ridgway and Warnes out there at the front of the pack. You got maybe about a second and a quarter back to Oakes from the leader. As they head on down there into the off of 4, down across the stripe, down there through the dogleg. Paul going to drop it down there, going to try to keep as much momentum as she can to stay ahead of Dennis Warnes. Robert Warnes still out there in second with William Ridgway there in first. As they head down there through the backstretch, down heading into corner number 1, heading through turns 3 and 4. They work here off of corner number 4. Back out onto the front stretch they go. William Ridgway doing all he can to stay out there in front of Robert Warnes. Jeff Oakes back here in 3rd. Chantel Paul really just minding her own back here in about 4th position. As they roll there off of 2. Back out on that front stretch here at Phoenix here at lap number 52. So 2 laps over halfway done here with this Phoenix race for the GTR Simulator 100 here tonight as they head back down here in the corner number 3 they're coming down there through the dogleg and now into corner number 1. Good tight racing here at Phoenix. Everybody seems to be pretty good. Everybody's still single file now with still a possibility of somebody gaining or losing a position here or there. There you see the 94 and the 93. Justin Reynolds and Sean Burke look to be teammates there in the 94 and the 93, trying to work together there in about 6th and 7th position. As you still got Robert Warnes trying to chase down William Ridgway there in 1st. Jeff Oakes there 3rd. Chantel Paul still hanging out there in 4th. Dennis Warnes there 5th, but getting a mirrorful of Justin Reynolds and at number 94, RBS Racing Machine, as they work there off the corner, heading down there into corner number 1 as they come through the dogleg. Coming off of 2, it's still Ridgway out front. We're trying to find a battle going on here, and it looks like maybe we got them. We got them spread out back here at the back. Well, nope, we got a battle going on there for 11th position between Littrow and Ridgway as they come working off the corner. Ridgway, I think, is just trying. Thomas Ridgway, I think, is just trying to save a little bit on fuel, trying to get to the next pit stop as he pitted at lap number 25. He works off a 4. That roll down there on the bottom. As they work there off of the corner, they're heading down here in 3 and 4 they go. Or, I'm sorry, no, down through 1 and 2. I'm sorry. That back out onto the backstretch. You got the 61 of Chris Schosler just a little bit in front of them as he's in 10th. And there goes Ledford up there into the outside wall, giving that a good kiss coming off of turn number 4 before heading down here into the dogleg into corner number 1. There on lap 56. That's one thing you do not want to do is you don't really want to try to get the outside barrier. It kind of reminded me of an old PlayStation game I had whenever I was young. I had And I'm not talking PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, 3. I'm going back to PlayStation, the original, with the game that was it was a demo derby game, and I remember the guy whenever I'm racing and didn't make the corner, he'd come on there, stay off them barriers, they'll slow you down. Yeah, and that's essentially pretty much the same thing with any racing. You want to stay off them barriers, whether it be outside, inside, it don't matter because they will slow you down. Down here in the corner number 1 and 2, once again, you got Robert Warnes still trying to chase down William Ridgway, who is still leading the race. Now we're heading down that backstretch. In the corner number 3 and 4. I don't know why I was saying 1 and 2. I knew which corner we were in. Just a little brain confusion there, I guess. As Thomas Ridgway brings it to pit road here for his pit stop. Should be his final one, I believe, because he last pitted at lap number 25. We're on lap number 60 right now. As William Ridgway comes there across, up there toward the top, down there in through turns 3 and 4. Coming back up there across the stripe, heading down there through the dog leg. As we head down there into turn number 1. Robert Warnes, their second. Jeff Oakes, their third. Chantel Paul, their fourth. Dennis Warnes, their fifth. Justin Reynolds, their sixth. With Sean Burke back here in seventh. Mike right out there in eighth. Jeffrey Ledford, ninth. With Chris Littrell back here in 10th. Down here off of corner number 2. Back out there onto that backstretch. Warnes has lost a little bit. Now he's a half a second back off of Ridgway. Checking in with Pottle back here in fourth. And she led a good portion as well up there until that caution came out through that pit cycle. Down here off of Ford through that stripe down here in through the dog leg. Pottle still doing all she can, hanging there on to that fourth position. You got the 90 there of Dennis Warnes back here in fifth. Justin Reynolds there sixth. Sean Burke there seventh. Mike right out there in eighth. Jeffrey Ledford ninth. Chris Littrell back there in 10th. As we still got everything working off of 4. Back out onto the front straightaway. They come back through the dog leg. And down the backstretch. William Ridgway still leading it with Robert Warnes, their second. Jeff Oakes, their third. Chantel Paulo, their fourth. Dennis Warnes, their fifth. Justin Reynolds, their sixth. Sean Burke, their seventh. Mike right out there, eighth. Jeffrey Ledford, ninth, with Chris Littrell, their 10th. As they're heading down here in the corner number 1 and 2. As Warnes is got back up there to Ridgway. William Ridgway up there. And Thomas Ridgway still in the pits. Going to be at least a lap down. As lap number 65 is on the board. And now in the books. So we just started lap 66 of the 100 here. As Robert Warnes looks to see if he can get that Chevrolet underneath that 39 of William Ridgway, who's driving the only Ford out there. We got 3 Toyotas, the 1 Ford, and the rest of them are Chevrolets out here this evening. And Ridgway's coming off a pit road, back out on track. Out in front of the leaders, he is maybe a lap down, maybe 2. We'll see whenever that comes around here. He is, actually 4 laps down after spending some extended time down there on pit road. Robert Warnes there second, with Jeff Oakes back here in third. And Chantel Paulo sitting comfortably right now in fourth. And it's going to be interesting to see how this final pit stop goes. They're going to have to make one more stop before the end. And it's going to be interesting to see how that goes for some of these drivers. As William Ridgway down there on the inside. There comes Robert Renez up there through that middle to high groove coming off of 4. Got Jeff Oakes up there almost rubbing that outside wall. There comes Pottle. And we got a battle brewing back here for about that 5th and 6th position between Dennis Warnez and Justin Reynolds. As Reynolds is currently sitting there 6th. Now he's looking to the outside, up there against that outside wall. Trying to get that momentum coming off of 2. See if he does as he looks to the inside now of Dennis Warnez as they head down there into corner number 3. He does get that 94 down inside. Can Reynolds make it stick as they come off of 4 and down there into the dog leg? He's going to drop it way down there off screen as they come back down there into corner number 1 and 2. Still battling beside Dennis Warnez. Jeff Oakes brings it to pit road. So does Jeffrey Ledford. And Justin Reynolds pulls it back in line behind Dennis Warnez. See if we got any more takers yet. No more takers yet as they come across the stripe down here in the corner number 1 and 2. And see if any more will come down. They work down there through 1 and 2. See if anybody drops down. And it looks like Robert Warnez will drop at the pit road. So Robert Warnez now down in. Sean Burke also in. As the leader is still William Ridgway here at lap number 72. As we're closing in here to the ending of the GTR Simulator 100. William Ridgway brings it down there on the pit road. Here comes Chantel Pottle. Last pitted at lap number 39. Chris Little pitted at lap number 41. And like we said, we're unsure. I never know what the fuel range is on these trucks. So it's always interesting to see how well that pulls out. As we come down here into corner number 1, after coming through that dog leg, Pottle's still out there. Justin Reynolds still out. Mike Rideout gonna stay out. Chris Ripple last pitted at lap number 41, so I'm going to assume he stays out. There's the number 4 of Thomas Ridgway looking to the inside of Liproll. As we got a few drivers now lapped down due to the cycle of the green flag pit stops. Pottle is out front. And there's William Ridgway right there in front of her. Chris Little up here in for it. Mike Rideout now drops at the pit road. See if any more drop it down as they come there out of 2. And does not look like it as we got Reynolds and them coming through the dog leg. Reynolds down there on the bottom side. Looks like, yes, Reynolds will bring it down on the pit road. And now we got Chantel Pottle, who is getting passed by the 95 of Robert Warnez. So Robert Warnez back onto the lead lap. 26 laps to go. Unsure if Pottle will be able to make it to the end. As she dropped it down there onto the dog leg down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Looks like she might be slowing it down. No. Thought maybe she was there for a moment, but keeps it there as we are 25 laps to go here at Phoenix. Heading down here into corner number 3 here with 25 laps to go. Got Chris Littroll there in 2nd. William Ridgway there 3rd. And Chris Littroll rolling along. Last pitted at lap number 41. Chantel Pottle last pitted at lap number 39. It's now 24 laps to go. Chantel Pottle still leading it out there in front. And yellow is out as Chris Schosler has crashed. We'll take it on the pole instant replay. Look at this. You see the 61 of Chris Schosler coming there off of corner number 2. And does the same thing, kind of what our last caution did, with the exception as he didn't hit nothing. Down there off of the corner now. Now, Paulo will bring it down there to pit road. Looks like Literal will as well. Same with Warnez. So that's going to trap a few of these drivers a lap down. And the likes of Justin Reynolds, Jeffrey Ledford, Mike Rideout, Chris Schosler, Sean Burke, all being trapped a lap down. To Chantel Pottle. And they're gaining that back at the moment. Don't know if that'll stand or not, or how that plays out. Paulo now comes off of pit road. I'm showing Chantel Pottle second, right behind Robert Warnez. Then she's got the 39 of William Ridgway there in third. Robert Warnez, now our biggest mover of the race, as he is up 8 spots. 22 laps to go here at Phoenix. Thomas Ridgway, we see him sneaking down there on the pit road once again. And now working his way off. Robert Warnez out there in front. Chantel Pottle there second. Got a lot of drivers wanting to get their lap back there right behind the pace car. Trying to see who our first one is. Looks like it's going to be at 94, or no, 93, I'm sorry, of Sean Burke. Lights are still on the pace machine. Uh, 20 laps to go now. Lights are out on that pace car. They're all being waved around. That's going to bring William Ridgway up there to the front. Now, is Ridgway going to take inside, or is he going to take outside? Because that could be a determining factor here. As we're still single file, lights are back on the pace machine. They're getting double up now. You're going to be in for a finish here, folks. Robert Warnez out there in front with Chantel Pottle there second. William Ridgway, third position right now, as we've got Chris Lipwell out there on the outside of row number 2 in fourth position. Again, this caution brought to you by Mission 22 here this evening. 19 laps to go in the GTR 100. Lights are out as they come there off of the dog leg. Pace car is going to drop down there off of turn number 2. I would say as a driver, that'd probably be one of the trickiest things to learn here about Phoenix. Because normally you're entering pit road there as you come onto the front stretch, where there's a couple tracks like Phoenix where you enter coming off of 2. So a little bit different there for that. As we head back down there onto the front, or heading back down there to turn 3 and 4. Getting line side by side for the front 2 rows. Not sure if everybody else is just single file because of the lap down situation. Oh, green flag is out. Paul really trying to gain up there, but ends up getting touched there by the four of Ridgeway. There you got Robert Warnez now out front. Got company there with William Ridgeway. They battle down the backstretch. Ridgeway now dives to the bottom side of the racetrack. A lot of action going on there as William Ridgeway gets down there underneath Robert Warnez. Here coming out of turn number 4. Going to slide up the racetrack some down here through the dog leg. Robert Warnez now hangs on to it. But William Ridgeway doing all he can. We got Chantel Paulo back here at 3rd with Cliff Whitwell 4th. Dennis Warnez and company all back here as we got a mess of trucks trying to figure out what lane they want in. And Paulo's going around. Same with Chris Schosler as they come there off on the corner. And the 90 of Dennis Warnez get involved as well. Chantel Paulo, Thomas Ridgeway, Sean Burke, Chris Schosler, Mike Rideout back under caution here once again. There we see it coming off the corner. Paulo down there on the bottom side of 2. And we've seen this a few times as they come there off of 2. The truck just starts to kick out, which it does there on Paulo. Looks like it just hooks and around she goes. And with no time to react, there you see them coming off the corner. She tries to lock it down. Ends up getting spun around, nose in between a couple trucks. Tries to get it straightened back out there and then gets hit from behind somewhere along the ways. Or no, she does barely get it straightened out, but they check up so hard, they're behind her, that's where the mayhem comes into play. And the 61, Chris Schosler going around. Not sure exactly what happened there with Schosler. He does a lot of spins coming down there off of 2. It looks like they're checking up, and not sure what happened there with Schosler, as that didn't give me the best camera angle. Schosler there comes off of he gets punted from behind and then slammed into the front there by Litroll. No, I'm not sorry, not Litroll, but Ledford. 76 of Mike Rideout down there on the bottom. Got some damage to that 76 machine now. Oh, we're going to line it up and try it again. Now that Chantel Paulo has dropped back there to 7th. Robert Warnez up there in 2nd. Chris Litroll there 3rd. Justin Reynolds there 4th. You got Jeff Oakes 5th with Mike Rideout there in 6th. Chantel Paulo 7th. Dennis Warnez there 8th. Jeffrey Ledford 9th. And Chris Schosler back there in 10th. All right. We'll get that fixed there for future, as it looks like that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Green flag back in the air as we head down here into the dog leg. Side by side racing as we got Literal going out there on the bottom side. What a move there. As now Literal trying to stay out there in front in that 0-0 for that lead. Justin Reynolds there second. We got Jeff Oakes there third in that number 30. They come down there through the corner. 12 laps to go, and we got another flag out there. Jeffrey Ledford having issues. Oh, back here under caution once again. Now we're going, looks like really wide down there off of corner number 2. They come off. Try to see here what happened. Looks like Ledford just gets up there. Not sure what happened from that angle. To get him loose, to get him sideways. So it looks like he comes up the racetrack. Not sure what completely knocks him sideways unless he gets into the 76 just enough. That knocks that truck off balance. And he starts to spin and goes around there in front of Ridgeway. Comes up there almost in the puddle. Keeps it sideways though and straight out and then down there into that inside barrier. So Ledford way down there on the inside having problems there, as we said. Nine laps to go here for the GTR Simulator 100. Pace car pulls off, heading out here out of 2. Side by side, we're stacked up once again. 9 laps to go for the GTR Simulator 100 here this evening. Green flag in the air. Here we go. As they come out of turn number 4 across the stripe. And lip roll getting a great jump there on the start. Justin Reynolds up there in second. As you got the 30 there of Jeff Oakes and Robert Warnez there in fourth with Dennis Warnez there fifth. They battle side by side down there coming down the backstretch to 94 looking to the outside. Lit rolls, they roll off of 4, back out onto that front stretch. Head of steam out of that 94 as they come down there through the front stretch, down through the dog leg. And the 94 will go and capture that first position here as it comes off the dog leg. But Chris Lipperl down there on the inside, not going to give up as he looks like he's going to have to come out of 2. But back behind him, it's still a hornet's nest of sorts. Coming down that back straightaway, the number 30 of Jeff Oakes battling it out with Robert Warnez. Down there on the inside. That's what Chris Slipro has the privilege of looking at in his rear view as they come down here. 6 laps to go in the corner number 1 and 2 as they come through off the dog leg here. Out of here, corner number 2. Heading out onto that backstretch. Now, with all these cautions, everybody has the fuel and everything to make it. There you see Ledford battling with Pottle back there. And that's for 8th and 9th position. Tough break there for Paulo, having a great race. Justin Reynolds up 10 positions from where he started. And as he's leading it here towards the end of this race and got a decent gap going over between him and Litroll back here in second. As Litroll's watching his rear view mirror, trying to keep track of where Robert Warnez, as Robert Warnez is up there to the high side now. So Chris Litroll going to end up falling back to third as Robert Warnez drops down there in front of him to take over that second spot. William Ridgway out there now on the outside of Chris Litroll as they come down there through the dog leg, heading down there in the corner number 1. Ridgway up there towards that outside wall. You got Jeff Oakes there behind him in at number 30, trying to see which lane's going to open up for him. Jeff Oakes back here in 5th. Ridgway now passes Litroll for that 4th position. Or, I'm sorry, 3rd position. So William Ridgway up to 3rd as they all come blasting down there through the dog leg, down here in the corner number 1 now. Everybody's trying to gain every inch of momentum, every inch of speed they can here towards the closing laps. As a 30, Jeff Oakes gets around Litroll coming down that backstretch, heading into corner number 3. Litroll falling back. Justin Reynolds up there in front. We got Robert Warnez here as they come through the dog leg down here into corner number 1. Trucks everywhere as they come through the dog leg. You never know what lane you completely want as you come down here into corner number 1. There you got Chantel Pottle back there in 9th. Jeffrey Ledford there 8th. Up here toward the front, we got Jeff Oakes there in that 30, sitting 4th. William Ridgway here up in 3rd. 2 laps to go as they come there off of 4. It is now final lap for Justin Reynolds as he heads down here into corner number 1. Making his way here towards the finish as now William Ridgway and Robert Warnez battling out there for 2nd and 3rd place. Who's it going to be for that position as they come down, storming down into corner number 3? As Ridgway's right there on the bumper of Warnez. Warnez hanging on to that 3rd position as they come, or 2nd position rather, as they come off the corner across the stripe. And it is going to be Robert Warnez with that 2nd place finish as Justin Reynolds brings it out to win it here in the GTR Simulator 100. Alrighty, so as we're waiting on the results to come in, congratulations to Justin Reynolds. The official race results are in. There's your your 12 drivers for the GTR Simulator 100 here tonight. Justin Reynolds out there in 1st. Robert Warnez finishing tonight in 2nd. William Ridgway finishes in 3rd with Jeff Oakes 4th. Chris Litroll finishing tonight in 5th. Dennis Warnez 6th. Mike Rideout will finish tonight in 7th with Jeffrey Ledford there in 8th. Chantel Pottle 9th. Sean Burke there in 10th. Chris Schosler finishing tonight in 11th. Thomas Ridgway finishing there in 12th. 2 laps down. Congrats there to those drivers. We watched 94 of Justin Reynolds burn it down there. See if this works at all. They still look a little funny, a little big. So we'll get that worked out here within the future. Something's not completely right there. As I see that I'm stuttering a little bit there on the camera. So we'll get that figured out there for future reference. Thank you there, Pottles, for the information. Oh, that's what's getting in the way there. Okay. Noticing something there that shouldn't be there. Oh, no, I see. Okay. That's like the edge of that. All right. Well, still, like I said, it's still adjusting things. As we see, the camera needs readjusted. I want to get a new camera to where maybe we have a better upload. So we'll get some things worked out for future broadcasts. But great racing tonight for the for the racing here, action here tonight. Once again, great job by the driver. We had a lot of fun, a blast watching it here tonight at Phoenix. And congrats to Justin Reynolds on his win, Robert Wernez for second, and William Ridgway finishing out the podium in third. So everybody have a great night. Hopefully we'll catch you back here in just about, we'll say about a half hour back here on Fleeger Farm TV for another episode of On the Pole as we're heading to Talladega for another night for some more racing action. No more details other than that, so please come on, check us out. And as always, we're still looking for subscribers and that to the channel, as we'd love to be up to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's going to be pushing it, as we're only about halfway, a little over halfway there. So any little bit helps. Once we can get enough subscribers, I'm trying to get more plans in for the broadcast to make it more interactive to the viewers. So come on, let's work together, and we'll see you again here in about a half hour. Congrats again to our podium finishers, and shout outs to the league sponsors of Lightning Esports, Lightning Wraps. Always can't forget about Mission 22, SimLab, Admin Box, and Regal Wraps here for the station. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Everybody have a great night.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wraps. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wraps. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wraps, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.